No. No. Hang on a minute. It did. Yeah, Papa. Hello. My sweet. Oh, yeah. Hello. Yeah. Howdy, 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 howdy. Not responding. Let's do this week. Oh dear.
she would be in her late 40s, probably. Late 40s.
No.
She's so humble looking as well.
No.
Yes, she's there.
No. She's more of a house cat now. We only let her out for a few minutes. The reason being is because we've got the main road and the car park, and it is very, very busy at times. So we don't let her out very much, and I have to keep an eye on her. Even though she's 6 years old, I'm more protective of her because in case she gets hit by a car or something, do you know what I mean? So she has tried getting some birds or butterflies, but nothing out of the ordinary. But they all fly off. Yeah, they all fly off, but no. Other than that, she hasn't had any. Thank you, empty. Stand by. We don't get chipmunks. I've seen hedgehogs, but not chipmunks or badgers or anything like that. Even though we got a field at the back of it, a farmer's field at the back of us, we haven't really had any bad things. Yeah, she's just a. To me, she's still a baby, but we don't want a big vet bill. That's another thing.
if I go over there, will I be able to feel her?
I should hope so. I hope so. Just take your time.
She must be very small because this is a child's chair.
She is small. You know, can I just say this to you now? As she's there, she hasn't budged one iota, and I can see her very, very clearly. And she knows that we're talking about it. She knows I'm, you know, talking about her. And, you know, she nodded her head there in a feeling of approval to me. You know, yes, that's correct, although the words weren't coming to me. That's correct about me. But she was so hurt and upset when these ruthless barbarians came along and ransacked this home, this place where she was, and they destroyed all her things that had anything to do with her faith. And I keep on calling her Countess, Countess, Countess.
Do you feel anything, Jason?
Absolutely not.
Well, whether you're feeling anything, Jason, the emanation of the love and everything is with that lady there, and she hasn't budged. She wanted to make her self known, and she's done it in a very, very, very in a quietude. Now, if she's coming here in visitation, because she's certainly not residual stuff, it means that she helps the benevolence and the benign, friendly atmosphere that is here presently. Because some of the stuff that goes way back is not managed to stain too much or dishevel the atmosphere. In other words, the present occupiers would not feel under threat or anything like that because of her faith and walking around.
While we're inside, Carl and Rick took the chance for a quick visit to the haunted woods. Although the whole crew would be walking there later, eager as ever, they couldn't wait to see if anything startling might happen.
How do you feel, Rick? Alright, just calm. Not at all in the slightest scared. It's usually when you're not scared. It's usually when you don't expect anything that... Now, apparently it was around here that the monk was seen, and just walked across the path right in front of you now. It's over there. It's behind me. It's definitely behind me. You go first. I'm sorry, but there's something extremely odd. It's like... It's like rustling. Yeah, but it seems high up. Did you say that right? Yeah. Shit. What? Did you see anything? No, I'm just... It wasn't that. Mass hysteria. No, something just went... It's mass hysteria. There's only two of us. How mass can that be?
While the woods proved scary, back inside the house, Derek had led us to another bedroom, where the lady in the crinoline dress likes to walk. But was it her ghost that was making a lot of reported noises?
You say, just before we came into this room, that you were looking up
And I feel like this little boy comes here. I'm not totally certain yet whether he is constantly here, but I'm getting visitation, and I feel at the times of the knocks and the bangs, the emanations would be caused by the little boy. He's not in any way a bad, evil child or anything. I feel as if he clings on to here with love.
Do you know who the little boy is?
His name's Michael, but people called him Mikey.
How old is he?
5.5, 6. That's all. He wouldn't reach 7. I feel he had conditions to his physical. He broke out in this terrible, terrible rash, and it made his face and his glands here swell, high temperatures, and I saw someone stroking his head. That was a woman's hand, and a very high fever. He died with fever.
Scarlet fever.
It's a fever. It's a fever.
With so many ghosts dwelling in a house with such a history, Jason wanted to try a contact experiment with a few members of the crew.
Okay, what I want to do is another experiment that we haven't tried so far, and that is to hold what's maybe termed a seance or a sitting or a communication. Basically, it's where we'll all sit around, hold hands, and we'll try and talk to any alleged spirit presences that are here. Now, I'm not a medium, so I've sat in on hundreds of seances. Nothing happens usually. I've seen a few things that may or may not be unusual. Probably nothing will happen, but we've got two experiments here set up on the table as well, which is the EMF meter and the temperature gauge. So if there's any fluctuations in the electromagnetic field or in the temperature in the room, we will register that. So what we'll do is we'll all hold hands. The reason we do that is to link our energies, if you believe in that kind of thing. Link our fingers, yeah. And the ghosts or the spirits will use our energy collectively to cause any phenomena or manifest. That's the theory. So whatever happens, we must not lose the link on our fingers, okay? So is everyone ready? Yes. Okay, what we're going to do, we've got a candle here, not for a fake, it's for a purpose. It's a focus. Just for a moment, and focus on it, and try and clear your mind. If there is anybody there, give us a sign that you can hear me and understand me. If you can knock once for yes or twice for no. Is there anybody there? You feel like
Oh, let's go down the bottom.
if the room towards here. Can anyone else feel that?
Yeah,
On their hands?
I can feel it on the side of my face.
Was it there before, or is it just because
No.
it's my postcode? Don't open your eye at anybody. What did you feel?
I just felt something move my hair.
Well, if there is a presence here or a discarnate entity that's trying to communicate with us or give us a sign, thank you. We acknowledge your presence by giving us these signs, but can you give us something stronger? If you're causing this breeze that I'm feeling...
Orb on this camera.
Really? Where's it? Can you tell me where it went?
It came from behind Stuart and towards.
Is there anybody here? Please, we really, really want to make contact with you.
That breeze is now very, very strong.
It is, isn't it?
Very
You
strong.
feel it now.
Yeah.
But I can feel it. It's getting strong.
Oh, yes, it
It is getting
right across
stronger.
my leg.
If you're still in the room with us, thank you for giving us these signs, if that's what they are, with the temperature alterations and the touches. If you can do something greater and use our collective energy as a source, and use the energy to manifest in any way you can do to come closer to us, please do that.
Somebody keeps tickling the top of my head. Who is it? Do it again. If there is somebody there.
You have to say your hair is standing up. There's a bit of your hair that's just pointing up.
Well, it
It's
feels
like
like
a pyramid
static and
of
it's
hair.
hot.
It is.
Isn't it?
Your hair is all standing up.
It wasn't like that before.
It's still there. Can you see
Yeah.
it?
That must have happened while we had our eyes shut.
My head is hot. Yes, I'm breathing. Oh my God. Is it on your right face? I'm getting really frightened now.
Don't
Oh,
be frightened.
yes. It's like a
Blast of cold air.
Yeah.
I thought, so strange, I thought it was something exhaling.
It's almost like someone's opened a freezer door and shuts it again, and it's
Yeah.
like happening infrequently.
That's
Is that
exactly what it's
what?
like.
It really has gone a lot colder. Oh, it feels
Orb again.
colder. Again.
It came from Stuart and it was heading this way. And back. It's gone back exactly where it came from, back towards Stuart's knee.
So it's come over towards the camera and
And then
come
went back
towards
again.
us.
In the short time we spent trying to communicate with any spirits, we had caught on camera 3 orbs, which is said to be the first manifestation of a ghost. This particular orb seems to flicker, which is thought to be fluctuations of energy through the sphere. Apart from these, everyone experienced a drop in temperature, but just how much?
We're just going to check the temperature gauge to see what the minimum and maximum was throughout that period. It started off at 17.4, which is what it was when we began the seance, I checked. And it's gone up to 18.6.
I was freezing.
But it's interesting that it's gone up when we experienced it going down.
It was time to do battle with the cold and our fear, as we had to go into the woods. A lot of ghosts have been seen wandering aimlessly around at night, and Charlie seemed a little nervous about us venturing out.
I'm not going outside because it might be Uncle Percy getting me humpy.
Well, do you really get the hump?
Well, I don't know. What is he looking for?
A small group of us went out into the grounds of Treasure Holt. Jason, Marcel the makeup lady, Bev the director, and myself. This was the moment that Marcel wanted to prove to the rest of the crew that she could walk through some haunted woods without becoming hysterical.
This is where the sighting of the two cavaliers has happened, or the cavalier and the roundhead fighting on the lawn. This is where it's meant to have occurred.
Remember, there's wildlife out here. I've got to say, I'm back in that. That was the wildlife. Come back with the torch! Nice start, Marcel.
The pheasants taking off from the undergrowth had managed to cause Marcel to lose her sanity yet again. As we walked deeper into the woods, our laughter slowly died away and was replaced by unexpected fear. This wasn't so much fun anymore.
Oh my God! Wait, what? What did you see?
No footsteps.
No, that was flapping.
No, it wasn't. I heard some footsteps. What was that? Was that behind you?
No, listen, everyone, listen to
Whooshing
me.
noise.
Listen to me. All stay together. If you get scared, don't run off. Stay together.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm petrified.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Behind you?
No, I'm not looking either. Jason, it's alright. You're
It's
okay.
alright, Marcel.
Listen, don't run off. We're all together.
I'm not
here.
going
It's
to run
fine.
off. I'm not going to leave you because I'm not going to me. That's where I heard it from before. It's probably an animal, but it didn't sound. Please, can we go inside? Do you want to walk back? What's the bearings? Which way?
That way. No, that way.
Back inside the house, in the room where the motion detector had been set up earlier, something had been caught on our locked-off night vision camera. We had caught something very similar on another location, Culzean Castle in Scotland. Could they be the beginnings of a ghost manifestation? We don't know. But what we can say is they will definitely cause a great deal of interest in the paranormal field.
The residual energy first took me when I came to the house, in the essence of I seem to be taken into the way I describe it, into layers of pictures, if you like, of different times. And the that's never happened to me before, and it could be because of the strength of the residual energy here, is that I was being walloped back into one, then pushed forwards, just like from one step to another. It was back, way forward, then back to a higher level, from the lowest, and then back. And my head was spinning. But it was worthwhile, and it was lovely to experience.
The sales experiment that we did was interesting. At the time, we all seemed to feel temperature variations, breezes, people touching our hair. Now, we had a temperature gauge there registering the temperature. It didn't register a drop, quite the opposite. It registered that the temperature went up.
Well, at times it can be a very good vehicle, and provided that the seance is run in a disciplined way, it's a great result.
During the seance, it was noted that Yvette's hair had sort of somehow stuck up in the middle. Now, nobody noticed this at the beginning, and she did say that she felt something touching her hair. So it's interesting to look at the tape back before the seance started, and as we were sitting down to see if her hair was stuck up, or whether that was perhaps due
Stevens' investigation, I would pin it down 9 out of 10 to be activity brought about by one of the spirit people that were actually active in the home. And I put down, almost certain it could be our good friend Piers.
Treasure Hut is a fantastic story. It's a ridiculous story in a way. You've got every kind of ghost you can possibly think of there. It's massively embellished, I'm sure. There are probably some seeds of truth in it. But having said that, there are contemporary sightings, and those I think are what we need to remember. The monk, or an image which might be a monk, has been seen. A lady in a long dress has been seen. The cavalier.
The ghost spirits are people, again, that have had a great deal to do with the building, so it was lovely to experience.
Well, how many times do you get the chance to spend 24 hours in a haunted house, be involved in a seance, walk through haunted woods and watch a medium be in contact with the dead? Well, that's all in a night's work for Most Haunted. We shall see you on the next location. In the meantime, sleep tight. Welcome. The producers of Most Haunted have listened very carefully to exactly what you want. You wanted a longer show, and that's what you're going to get. We've made a 1-hour special of Most Haunted, and we hope you like it. Hello and welcome to a 1-hour special of Most Haunted. We've come to Levens Hall in Cumbria, which has been continuously occupied for 700 years. Hello and welcome to a 1-hour special of Most Haunted. We've come to Levens Hall in Cumbria, which has been continuously occupied for 700 years. Stories of curses, ghosts and hauntings are abundant here. The present occupants have reported strange noises and ghostly apparitions, and by spending 24 hours here, we hope to find out who or what is causing these unnatural disturbances.
Levens Hall was first built in 1250 by the de Redmonds. It has been passed from family to family, and all had their part in making the hall look the way it does today. A medieval structure that has had many owners, including Alan Bellingham, who lost the ownership in a game of cards on the turn of the Ace of Hearts. There have been many ghost sightings at Levens that have intrigued and frightened people for many years, but no one knows for sure who or what they are. Spending the night with me are the Most Haunted crew. Some old faces and new ones will be hoping to come across anything paranormal. To become better acquainted with the property and its supposed hauntings, Susie Baggett, the owner, filled us in on some of the alleged sightings.
So Susie, what sort of things have been seen outside of the hall and in the grounds?
Well, I think the principal one is the grey lady, a lady dressed in a grey purpley dress with her hair up in a bun. And she's seen down at the bottom of the drive near the river and has been seen by several people. One person even was on a bicycle and fell off, trying to avoid hitting her. also a little black dog, which has been seen with my mother-in-law, and is also seen in the house sometimes. In the topiary garden itself, some people looking for ghosts one night did say they felt the presence of a little girl within this area.
What about the curse?
I think that could be tied up with a grey lady, although it's said to be a gypsy lady who came to the front door of the house begging for food. She was turned away and sent round the back. But as she lay dying, she cursed the house, saying that no male heir would inherit, until the River Kent ceased to flow and a white fawn, a baby deer, was born in the park. And it went for several generations through the female line from that point until my husband's great-uncle was born and the River Kent froze, so ceased to flow, and a little white deer was born in the park, and we got its ears pressed in the scrapbook.
Well, curses are an integral part of English folklore, and the one here goes back, I believe, a couple of hundred years. The interesting thing about it is that it seems to have come true. Now, what you have to look at with curses is whether we are actually looking for links in something which is actually a coincidence. I believe that two aspects of the curse are the river is frozen over and a white fawn has been born on occasions when a son or an heir of the family has been born into the family that own the hall. But how many fawns and how many freezing rivers have we had when there hasn't been a male heir? I think we're probably looking for links, but perhaps it's just Levens Hall is a well-known haunted house. There are lots of different stories here, as you would expect with a house, and other investigations have taken place. But I have to say that they have actually focused more on the gardens.
Are you okay, Kitty?
And according to the reports that I've read, then investigators have found positive results of flashes of light which they can explain in various other encounters within the gardens, not just in the house. I'll be interested to look at the gardens as well as the hall itself.
These topiary gardens at Levens Hall are incredibly famous, and thousands of people come to visit them each year. But what they probably don't realise is on the odd occasion, some people have seen the ghost of a little girl playing amongst the trees.
Yeah, right now.
To help us with our 1-hour special, we invited 2 new parapsychologists to see if they could find out whether these ghostly disturbances are real. With so many rooms and large gardens, we needed all the help we could get.
Well, I've been researching and investigating haunted locations for about 13 years now. I've had a special interest in Levens Hall for quite a few years now because of the conflicting and it's interesting to come here and try and piece all the information together to see if we can come up with some conclusive proof of what's actually going on.
Good girl.
I've been interested in parapsychology since I was 15. I believe in something, but whether I'd call it a ghost, I'm not sure, because I'm not really sure what other people mean by the word ghost. But I do believe that there is something which we haven't yet been able to explain, which is what
How are you doing?
people call a ghost.
Well, one of the
You're getting a bit somewhere.
about Levens Hall is obviously the place is very
Getting a
old,
bit
it
of
goes back
somewhere.
500 years, and most of the ghost sightings and apparition sightings have been of Victorian era people, all in Victorian clothing. And it seems strange to me that a location as old as this seems to have fairly recent ghosts.
I believe that there are people who are able to share with other people knowledge of which they have no prior cognition. I have no idea what it is, where it comes from, why some people are able to do it and other people aren't. So if that's what you call a medium, then yes, I have to say I believe in some, but not all.
Derek Akora, our spiritless medium, had been left in the dark with regards to the location. With only the driver of the car knowing of its whereabouts, would Derek be able to make any contact with the ghosts that have been seen there on many occasions?
I take it I'm making lasagna tomorrow then.
Imagine how you would feel if this
Oh, okay.
You're lying in bed, fast asleep, only to wake up and discover 3 ghosts standing at the foot of your bed. The lady in question asked the 3 ghosts who they were. They said nothing.
It's a bit cold.
I know, I'm a bit chilly too.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? We're only in September.
As I understand it, is that she suddenly woke up and there at the foot of the bed, a gentleman with a stick and a stovepipe hat on, and presumably his wife next to him, and also a child as well. She's a very forthright lady. She just said, "What on earth are you doing here? Get out of my bedroom." Whereupon they just
confusing. You're happy, and you want a belly rub. You have a good sleep. Hey, you've been asleep all day.
On occasion, who was
Don't you? Good girl.
Sort of watching television. She kept on going to the door because she was quite convinced somebody was going to come to the door because she could hear the floorboards squeaking. And she went to the door and there wasn't anybody outside the door, and that got her very worried.
Yay!
Until recently, and only about 6 months ago, something very strange happened. It must be like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up, opened my door, walked out. I just saw this figure, a very tall figure, walking towards me. It just kept on walking, I just sort of sat down and thought about it, and just don't remember going to sleep, I don't think.
So why does this particular corridor seem to have a lot of activity? Well, there's creaking floorboards, only to discover that there's nobody here. And what about the dark, ghostly shape at the end that Richard saw? Are they connected? Well, hopefully, we'll find out later.
Whilst the crew busied themselves setting up equipment and filming different parts of the hall, David and Vicky spent time taking various measurements around the property. This is what's known as a baseline test.
Well, when we investigate a haunted house, you have to look at the most obvious things. I mean, if people are being woken up by supposed poltergeist activity, you have to look at central heating systems to make sure there's no airlocks. You have to check things like creaking floorboards, which can affect door latches, which explains doors opening. There's a whole variety of possible causes that you do have to delve into, and you do have to be quite intense in your investigations.
We try to rule out the ordinary noises of any house. If you investigate in the dark, you rule out what's commonly called corner of the eye phenomena, where you think you see something in the corner of your eye, but it's gone before you've actually registered it. So if you're in the dark, you rule that out straight away, but you rule in hysteria and sensory deprivation. You then start to look at geophysical activity in the area at the time that something odd or unusual is recorded. How has whatever differed from the baseline measurement that you've previously taken? And you try to work out rationally, scientifically, logically, what has caused that fluctuation.
Ley lines are often connected with paranormal and ancient sites and are thought to be one of the reasons for unexplainable occurrences. Changes in magnetic fields giving off different levels of energy can induce different kinds of phenomena. Whether it is paranormal, it is yet to be scientifically proven. We wanted to see if ley lines were prevalent at Levens, and one of the oldest ways to find out is to use dowsing rods.
First subsection there, because as you went past, your right hand dowsing rod started to point to the right.
Well, mediums and parapsychologists have come to Levens Hall in the past to conduct investigations. When in this bedroom, they've all said the same thing. It's got ley lines in it. Also, there are many people that come to visit and stay at Levens Hall, and there are lots of bedrooms here, but no one will stay in this bedroom. Residents and visitors have experienced some strange activity in this room, the Great Hall. Now we're actually going to be using this as our control room. Now Jason, we've got an awful lot of equipment, haven't we? What's going on here then?
Well, what we've got here is 3 cameras set up in the key spots where ghosts are supposed to have been seen in the past. We've got the corridor, we've got the gardens, and we've also got one of the haunted bedrooms. So we'll be able to watch the whole of the house throughout the night, which will give us an increased chance of catching anything, if there's anything here. Not only that, we've also got mobile radios to keep everyone in contact with each other, which should help us.
In case anybody gets frightened.
Yeah.
Okay. Now then, Vicky, David, what on earth is that?
This is a fantastic bit of equipment we've brought in, especially for the 1 hour special Most Haunted. And it comprises of 2 cameras all in one. We've got a black and white CCTV camera and a thermal imaging camera. You may have seen the rescue services using these on telly. Basically what this will do, we'll set this up in a haunted location, or supposed haunted location, and it will detect hot spots and cold spots. And one of the main bonuses for this piece of equipment is it's got a built-in thermometer. If I point the camera at yourself, you'll see down here on the monitor, you'll see like your face, your head, your hands, all showing up as hot. And it will also give an instant Celsius temperature reading.
Oh, how hot am I?
You're 31 Celsius at the moment.
But we'll use this in conjunction with static thermometers, so that if a temperature fluctuation is recorded and we feel that there is a cold area in the room, or the room has suddenly become very cold, we can isolate the cold spot and then see if there's any movement within the cold spot, or if it moves around the room, or if in fact the whole room is just cold.
During the baseline test, Vicky and David were taking photographs on a digital camera. What showed up were these strange circular lights. We were all excited with this evidence so early on in our investigation. We had caught something very similar at Chillingham Castle in Northumberland, and after film experts had looked at all of these photographs, they cannot explain what they are. Some experts in the paranormal field would say that they are orbs, a term used to describe small lights that only seem to occur in alleged haunted locations, and are thought to be one of the first stages of a ghost manifestation. With all the ghost stories and photos of strange lights taken earlier, we were all hopeful that we would encounter some kind of paranormal activity. Would Derek Akora, our spiritualist medium, be able to help us with our investigation at Levens Hall? We were all very keen for Derek to get started, and with all the conflicting ghost sightings, everyone, even the owners of Levens Hall, wanted to find out once and for all who were the alleged ghosts that haunt this 13th century manor house. With the crew walking around with Derek, we left Vicky watching the monitors to see if anything happened in any of the other rooms. We were ready to start our investigation.
I'm very aware, I've become aware of an energy of a lady. And this lady, I feel, is so conversant of movement throughout this house that she's certainly not part of residual energy. She is active, I feel, quite strongly. It's as if she's taken me in thought into the care, very caring soul. I get Countess. Countess. I can hear a voice now, that's good. James, why is she saying this? I don't know. She keeps on talking about her love for her father. Her love for her father. James. Her father is James. Colonel James. So, Colonel James? Colonel James. The Countess's father comes here. James comes here. There's no ladies just come in here now. I feel her energy coming in, intermingling. Jason, she's virtually at the back of you.
Can't feel her yet.
Yeah, okay. She's showing herself here to me. She comes in here as well. She's got strength here for some reason. I can't get a name. I can't get a voice with her. I get this love with both these energies here of caring around children. She wanted to care around children. Maybe that actually were brought up here. I'm very aware that at certain times, maybe on a lot of occasions, that anyone that would come into this room, even sleep in the room and what have you, would experience quite a bit of activity here. A person could be asleep and would wake up and would spot something, either spirit light, movement, and I'd say at times that this particular room could be quite active.
The only surviving daughter of Colonel James Graham was Countess Catherine of Suffolk and Berkshire. Maybe it was her and her father who were seen at the foot of the bed, but who the child was, we don't know. In another bedroom, Derek seemed to still be in contact with the same woman.
Again, I've got an attachment with Countess and a real, you know, the presence of the energies of a lady. She's in and out of this bedroom. In and out. I also get, I don't know what this link is, I want to say Howard. A connection with Howard. I feel something, not first name, but the name Howard.
So, right, okay.
Howard.
Right.
Sorry about that. I'm also getting right now here, that's come around my right side, there's a scurrying little black dog.
Can you see it?
Yes, there he goes. Okay.
Where?
He's here. He loves running up downstairs. He's up and down here. And he goes right across. He knows this place inside out. This little black fella.
What sort of dog would you say it was?
He's, to me, he looked like a little mongrel.
Right.
Okay? A mongrel. I'm not talking about the size of a miniature dog. I'm talking about a mongrel of this size. Yeah? He runs throughout his home. Throughout. He's not always up here. Why he's come up here, I don't know. I feel as if I want to go downstairs with him and stay down there. Yes. It's like.
Do you want to go now?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's go down.
The Countess seemed to have a strong link with Derek, as did the little black dog, which has been seen by residents and visitors. Downstairs, in one of the oldest parts of the house, another supposed spirit was adamant that they be heard.
I've got a woman's voice now virtually ringing through my ears here, this level, saying Bellingham, Bellingham, Bellingham. We belong, we belong. Bellingham, Bellingham. Now I'm getting the feelings around me as if now there's a man's presence here with me. Colonel James. Colonel James.
This portrait of Colonel James Graham shows him complete with wig. He does not match the description of the supposed ghost seen by a female guest at the foot of the bed. But who knows whether Colonel James dressed like his portrait all the time. Derek had led us to the Purple Room, which is the only bedroom where the guests refuse to sleep, as it has an oppressive atmosphere.
I don't know what it means. I get the initial D and E. D and E. And yet, because of my sight, probably I can't get it all clearly. It's D something. Something in attachment that go way back to the foundations, the first built part of foundations. The name that would have been responsible. Hopefully, before we finish our investigations throughout the night, I'm hoping we'll find out what this is.
Yeah. Derek was absolutely correct. The Purple Room is one of the first parts of the house to be built by a family called the D. Redmonds. We couldn't believe it when Derek said in the haunted corridor, would he be able to tell us if it was active and who or what haunts it?
This passageway, okay, is most definitely, okay, at times seriously active. Why? Just, and this is coming to me mentally, okay? Those impressions, as if I'm getting a lot to and froing of more than one energy. It's up and down the passageway, and they're crossing each other.
Who is it? Who are they then?
Earlier, I saw a lady coming whizzing right across the lawns. Okay, she's one of them. And the only way I can describe her is that she's in this drab greyness, grey-brown, you know, dress covering like a cloak. And her energy is up and down here at times, and then she's out. She would like to show herself, if not startle, step back in front of people. And I just get the feelings of, you know, she goes way back.
Right.
Way back.
Do you have a name for her?
again, the initial D and E in again.
So it's the same as before.
Yes, the D, E. And I feel she would be linked to that name.
Right.
I hope I can establish what the other section is, wherever we go. But she's established to that. Is it the 13th? 1300 something. Established with this lady.
And those initials.
Yes. 1300 and something.
Right.
Earlier on in our investigation, David Scanlon, our parapsychologist, had hoped to encounter paranormal activity that related to Levens Hall's older history. Derek seemed to be taking us in that direction. Was he connecting the Grey Lady to the 13th century and first owners, the D. Redmonds? We went into the garden to where the Grey Lady had been seen by unsuspecting visitors and residents.
This is the same lady. The same lady who I talked about the energy in the passageway. I go way back in time with her. She's been around a long time. I feel when I saw her in the physical, I would put her into probably a late 30s. If she touched 40, she was the lady of D. Redman. D. Redman. D. Redman. And she feels, at times, as if she belongs more here, this person in grey, more than any of the other individual spirits. That's well, they see her, she sees them, she ignores them. She has nothing to do with the others. There was a tower. She attached the books to the tower.
Would you like to have a little walk round to the topiary garden around there, where you can see the tower?
Yes, please. I'd like to do that if we can.
After all these years of not knowing who the ghost of the Grey Lady is, maybe Derek has pieced the jigsaw together. He feels strongly the Grey Lady was a lady in the D. Redman family who resided at the hall in the 13th century. But without a first name, we cannot confirm who she was. But this was enough to give the Grey Lady the beginnings of an identity. And if we are to go off Derek's information, she wouldn't be Victorian.
Would you believe this? It's covered this area.
What's covered this area?
Someone put a curse here.
A curse?
Yeah.
What type? Can you elaborate?
I'm not sure that that's a gypsy.
Why do you think a gypsy would be just a ground up like this?
I don't know. The curse was real. The curse was real. And it was lifted. It was lifted. But something had to be done for the curse to be lifted. And all would be well. Something was born. Something was born that had to be born. That's an animal. It's not a child.
Can you confirm an animal?
Is that what that is? He's just shown me a mental picture of a fawn. A fawn.
What has to be so special about this fawn? I mean, there's hundreds of fawns around.
Its colour.
Its colour.
Something. It's the colour of the fawn was different.
With Derek's investigation around the house complete, it was time for the rest of us to be let loose in different parts of Levens Hall. Splitting into small groups seemed to be the best way of covering all areas, and with Jason keeping a watchful eye on the monitors, we felt we had an overall view of the house. David, Derek and myself ventured down the long, ghostly corridor. We had all the relevant equipment with us, plus the thermal imaging camera, which would hopefully enable us to catch any unexplained phenomena.
If you see your phone with Derek, can you just give us a shout and prompt us and I'll snap away?
I will do, yeah.
Shall I talk, Derek, or not?
Yes, carry on.
Do you think, I don't know whether I'm doing the right thing, I'm just go off what you guys tell me to do.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. If there is anybody here who would like to talk to us, show themselves to us, please feel free to do so. We mean you no harm, we're just very interested. David?
Yes?
Would all show up on a thermal thing?
Although the thermal imaging camera is a good piece of equipment to have because we've got the temperature readout, instant temperature readout, so we can detect increases in heat, decreases in heat. Now, I'm not entirely convinced or entirely sure that a thermal imaging camera would actually pick up an orb, or an apparition for even that. But then again, if it's cold, we're going to get a temperature readout and not anything conclusive in image format.
Meanwhile, not a lot was happening with the other groups, but there was one particular room, Bishop Ken's room, that seemed to have some strange activity. Stuart and Sean were unaware of this strange light that could be an orb. It comes and goes very quickly, but moves slowly.
Someone's just tugged on the bottom of my jacket on the left side. Just tugged here.
You did.
Yeah.
I'll check on it, there's no electrics.
Run it along again. Run it along. Further out in the middle of the floor you were. Oh, that's interesting because it was there and now it's gone.
Well, obviously the EMF meter's just gone off detecting something around the doorway. Quick scan of the area shows no apparent electrical cables or none that's admitting that type of signature again. Obviously we've been over this position again. There doesn't seem to be any other reading from there.
I'm afraid this is not picking up, you know.
No, that's fine.
But it seems a little bit strange. It's there 1 minute and not there the next. Obviously if it's an electrical cable, you've got a continual current cycling through the cable. So if there was an electrical cable underneath the floor, it would pick it up all the time.
Rick and Carl were out in the topiary gardens, but with no light or sense of direction, they seemed to be getting a little edgy.
Are you with me? I'm with you. Alright, where are we going? Some of these trees, you see them in the distance and they look like people. You're right. What's that? No. We both just Stay here. I'm gonna go up there. That was that same noise again, but it was here. Did you hear that then?
Yeah, just this side of it.
Right, should we head on in there?
I'm not seeing anything.
Can you hear that?
Was that you? Did you just touch me at all?
No.
At all?
No.
Did you just touch me in any way, shape or form?
I was well in front of you. How can I touch you?
Well, I don't know. I didn't see you. I was pointing the camera in front of me. Something definitely just prodded me in the back. These are too loose. It's not. It was.
Alright, you're starting to freak me out here now, Carl.
No, it was a definite prod. It wasn't a forceful push. It was just a.
Should we head in?
Let's head in.
Okay, we've got two different EMF meters here. Okay, we've got one with a probe.
Yeah.
Set to the highest sensitivity, and we've got the ordinary Gauss meter. Okay. Again, this is sensitive, right? If we get the Gauss meter, we're getting a reading.
Yeah.
Very, very slight. Very, very slight indeed. Okay, it's 1.5.
Oh.
If there is anyone in this corridor with us, could you please give us a sign? Could you knock, rap, tap, kick something, move an object? Just so that we know you're here. Gauss meter's increasing.
Come on, love. Make it go up.
That's lovely.
Yeah. There's movement.
Where?
It's coming towards you.
Come on. Please show us a big light or anything to show that you're here. Come and say hello. Come on.
Why can we just pick it up?
Oh, cold draft on my hand. cold blast right on my hand.
Can you feel it coming
Very,
across?
very coming across. It's freezing cold. Absolutely freezing cold. Coming rushing right down.
Oh, went down, right the way down to...
Gordon's meter's going off on its own.
It's freezing. It's absolutely freezing. It's
going to be a flash.
Hello, are you here?
She's trying her best.
Ooh, come on, love. Show some more.
Yeah, it's getting a bit warm in there.
Yeah, it is. It's getting warm.
Oh, it's gone to 31, 32. How's that? Look at that.
And you saw her outline.
Yes.
Psychological, because what Derek's just said.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that weird? Because that was coming straight from the back of me, freezing, absolutely freezing, and now it's back to normal.
Yeah.
The average temperature in the corridor was 20 degrees Celsius. Obviously, with more people together, the temperature would rise. Human body temperature is normally 36.9 degrees, so it seemed very strange to suddenly drop to 17 degrees. Derek seemed to believe he saw the Grey Lady's outline. Was she responsible for the temperature drop and the EMF fluctuations? Most of the crew had retired to bed, leaving just a few of us left to see if any more evidence could be found. Having had time to dry up from the garden, Carl and Rick made their way up to the Bishop Ken's room. There was something I wanted to do, face my fear of the dark and being alone in the corridor. With a locked-off camera at one end and my own camera for company, how long would I last?
Oh God, I don't need it like this. It's the light switch. Oh, how tempting is that? I can't see anything. I'm not going to look behind me. If I get to the end, I'll put my torch on. Dave, can you hear me? The door's just opened on its own.
It's probably just a draft. Go down and have a look.
I don't want to go in there. Please don't make me go in there.
Don't worry, just go down and have a look. I'm watching.
That door is open. That door is open. That was not open before. Maybe it was the wind. Maybe it was the wind. Look, it's easy to read. Okay, maybe it's not.
Right, I'm going to call it now, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I will be live later on, so I'll see you guys then. Thank you for joining. Bye.